Plaintiff Glenn Nichols says after he met the defendant at a bar, they became good friends who hung out daily. Glenn claims he loaned the defendant money because he felt sorry for her, but she has failed to repay him. Defendant Tasha Lund says Glenn wanted a relationship with her, and he constantly tried to buy her love. Tasha claims Glenn also gave pain pills to her friend because he wanted a relationship with her, and she denies owing him for anything.
Start with you.
Well, it all started, I don't know, a couple years ago. I was sitting in the bar drinking, and this young lady come over to me, introduced herself. And from then on, we started meeting every night. But
Where?
in the bars and that.
Okay.
And when I met her, she was living in a house condemned. No water, no lights, no electricity, no nothing. So I felt sorry for her.
Yeah, when did she tell you that? The first hour?
No.
How long?
Probably a couple days.
Okay, well, at least she waited to come with that. She waited to come with that. Go ahead.
But
So she told you all, she gave you the sob story 2 days after meeting her.
and the thing of it is, we kept seeing her. And I asked her about a relationship, and she said no. She said after she got her own apartment and her son was living with her, then she would think about it and would be different between us. And I said, okay. I said, I respected her wishes. And I asked her if she wanted to come and live with me until she got a place to stay, got her own apartment. She said no. She decided she still wanted to live, I don't know what you want to call it, living like. I wouldn't live that way. I lived that way when I was in the Army out in the field.
So did you help her to get out of that living situation?
Yes, I did. I tried.
Had you gone to visit her living situation?
Yeah, yes, I did.
You had? And you had seen how she was living?
Yes, I was.
Okay, go ahead.
And we just kept seeing each other. So one night I took her home, and here was another man in her house. And I asked her what was going on, and she said he was there watching her stuff. I don't know what he was watching. She didn't have nothing. So him and I got in an argument. He went out the front door and he called the cops on me, and I got a disorderly conduct ticket. So the next day I went down to the police department, and I said to the one policeman, I said, I want you to go with me to get some of my stuff from this young lady.
Oh, you had moved your things in?
No, I didn't. I just give her some stuff to use.
Okay.
A cooler and some other stuff.
Got it.
And so when I went up there with the police officer, he said, I know where the place is. He says, that girl's got a different guy there every week. He said, he doesn't make no difference. Every week she's got a different guy there. I said, okay, so I got my stuff and I left. A few days later, she called me up. She was always calling me, can you get this for me? Can you do that? And buy this for me and buy that. But it just kept on going. I helped her move. She wanted to put her stuff in a storage. I paid for the storage locker.
Why? Because you were interested? You felt you all were dating? What did you do all this for?
Because I felt sorry for her.
Okay.
She had no place to go, and I asked her why she couldn't get any help. She says, I'm the only one that ever helped her. Nobody else would.
You didn't ask about all those other men? You didn't say, well, how about that guy I walked in on there? He didn't help you?
No.
How about all those guys the police told me about? They didn't help you?
No, they never helped. They helped themselves to one thing, and I won't say what that is.
Let me hear from you, ma'am.
I met Glenn on July 16th, and yes, he did want a relationship. I told him I didn't want one. And this is what he does. He preys on young women, tries to buy their relation, sex, or anything.
How young are you?
I am 36. But he, with pain pills or anything, buying everything just so he can try to get a relationship with them.
He gives you pain pills?
No. Not me.
Who did he give pain?
A friend of mine.
Okay.
And they had sent me these pictures of them on the bed and her on top of him and all this stuff. This is how he is. He will get a young person or whatever, and then he will go and buy them things and everything else, and then turn around. If you don't get his way, then he wants to.
Oh, your old man do that.
Yeah. So.
I got news
I don't
for
want
you.
it. I told him
they
to
want
get
them a
one.
young girl. They shower them with all this stuff, and single older gentlemen, and they do all that. And I'll buy her gifts so she can comply with my needs or desires. And if you don't, they leave you alone. They have a motive, just like the woman may have a motive. The young lady may have a motive. I want your money. I'm going to call you and tell you my house is condemned. I'm going to call you and tell you this is wrong and this is wrong. I'm going to call you and ask you for money. That young lady typically has a motive to be with this gentleman who is, how old are you?
76.
All right. So a gentleman that is 40 years older than the woman probably has a motive of getting some support from him. And then that man who doesn't mind giving that support, he's doing it for a reason.
I heard by a person that knowing her.
Let me let her finish, sir. You say you have pictures of him in compromising positions?
Yes.
I don't know who.
Here we go.
It's nothing bad.
He's not undressed,
No,
is he? Don't make us look at that. Oh.
No,
All right.
we had our clothes on.
My man. My man.
His face. Oh my God. He's in heaven.
So you went to heaven without dying.
Nobody had their clothes on.
But they sent him to me. They didn't, you know.
Ma'am, that doesn't show a thing.
But that's
This
what they
doesn't
sent
show
it to
a
me.
thing.
And he never said, it was all friendship. I told him I wanted to just be his friend from the beginning. I didn't want a relationship with him. I never said I wanted a relationship with him. I never let him think I wanted a relationship with him. Nothing.
Did he come over to your house?
He's come to when I lived at my grandmother's house, yes, he came over there.
And you all did what?
Nothing. He just came over there. He didn't ever
He
do
came
anything
over and
ever.
walked away?
He came over and hung out.
Sir, were you all ever just sitting around watching television, hugging or any touching?
No. The only time I took her to work. I went to her place. I bought her cigarettes. I bought her pop. I'd take her.
Why? Because she was a nice lady.
She asked me to.
Sir, what specifically do you want back that you have given to this woman?
I've loaned her money. I paid her bond. She called me up one night, said she was scared. She was going to go to jail.
For what?
She had a couple warrants for driving or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I paid her. I borrowed money to pay her bond. I had to pay it back.
So she was in jail just one night?
No, she was going to go. They were going to serve the warrants on her.
You gave her the money?
No, I went up and paid it. I got receipts for it.
You got receipts for paying for her tickets?
Yes.
All right, not for paying a bail. All right, and
And
when
then-
was she to repay that? When did you do it, and when was she to repay?
She was supposed to repay, but she never does. She doesn't never
All right,
pay
when
nothing
did you
back.
do it?
That was, I think it was in March.
How much?
That was $361 for the
And
bond.
she didn't tell you when she would repay you?
No, she didn't.
And you didn't give her a deadline?
Nope.
So why are you suing her now
'Cause
if
I
it
told
was
her
only...
that I had to pay the money back that I borrowed.
All right, but you
Fine.
didn't give her a deadline, so she didn't know when you had to pay it back.
A few weeks later, she takes me to the phone company, and I paid $400 and something
She
for a
forced you to?
telephone. Huh?
She forced you?
No.
Okay. So did she tell you she was going to pay you back?
Yeah, she's supposed to.
No. Did she tell you she would?
Yeah, she didn't say nothing.
Okay, so why do you think she owes you? Why wouldn't you interpret that as
Well-
a gift? I promise you, if Doyle takes me to the phone company and says, give me your number, Judge, and he puts the money down and we walk away and leave, I think he gave me a gift. I think he's my friend and he paid my phone bill.
I'm going to pay him back.
Pardon me?
I'll pay him back.
Not if he doesn't ask. It's a gift. You don't pay gifts back.
It ain't a gift.
It is unless you agree
We had
that you're going to repay.
We had no relationship.
I understand
Some
that.
of the
Sir,
things-
one question, very simple question. What has she told you she would repay, and when did she say she would repay it?
She didn't say she would.
All right, well, all of
No
it was what?
A
No
gift.
specific date.
No, you just said she didn't say she would repay it, sir.
I said.
Why is he doing this now?
Because I got a boyfriend.
Oh,
No, I don't.
there
No.
you go.
I got a boyfriend.
All
It's not him.
right.
I
Sir,
supported
unless you
him.
can prove, sir, unless you can prove to me that she agreed to repay you anything, I'm going to have to dismiss your case because it sounds like all of it was a gift based
No,
on
sir,
your
Your
description.
Honor, it was not a gift.
Okay, you can't prove it?
I got statements,
Where she
credit
says,
card
I'll pay
statements.
you back?
If I was to
Do you have anything where it says,
No.
your claim is dismissed? I'm sorry. Have a good day.
Thank you.
I ain't got any answers.
Just tell him what you
It's
feel.
not over.
It's over.
No, it's over.
This
Stop
ends.
stalking
not
her.
over.
Stop
Now, leave
stalking
me
her.
alone.
This-
Don't
Don't
go to
stalk me.
her
Don't go to my work. Don't go to
Shut up.